of other perfumes, and welcome back. It is almost summer, so you know we're outside. Everyone is pulling out their sundresses and we're bringing out our floral perfumes back, specifically our white florals. Let's talk Tuberose. I classify Tuberose as pretty girl style. To me, it just embodies this feminine energy that I cannot get enough of. And if I was to just put a name on it, I'll say pretty girl scents. And I'm gonna keep it very short. I'm gonna be sharing my favorite Tuberose heavy perfumes or Tuberose prominent perfumes that I absolutely love and adore, and I'm just going to tell you why I love them and how they perform. The very first time I fully experienced Tuberose was in a designer perfume, and I just absolutely loved it. There was just something very feminine about it, something very elegant about the way Tuberose smells that I just love it, and I feel like it performs even better during summer when it's hot outside. I feel like it has something to do like spring and summer when the flowers are blooming. You wearing a white floral is just like one and two. They go right together. We go together real bad. That list is My Way Intense by Giorgio. This was one of those super hyped up perfume. Well, I don't know, they started with the My Way original and no one really talked about that one when it first came out, so I really wasn't like hyped to get it. But then they had done this massive sale. Actually, they always have a massive sale, and I was able to cop this for half the price. Pretty good. There's nothing better than when you buy it for half the price. That's like 50% off is one of my best sales. Of course, unless it's higher than 50% off, which hardly ever happens. But anyways, this has orange blossom, it has bitter orange, Indian tuberose, Madagascar vanilla, and sandalwood. It is interesting they put Indian tuberose and tuberose because tuberose is mainly found in India. I read that somewhere. But anyways, this, I just feel like this was my first introduction to full-on white florals and full-on tuberose. I've never had a perfume that had that much tuberose in it, or that infusion of just white florals. Tuberose just stands on its own for that white florals. Tuberose is, to me, a very elegant perfume note, a very feminine, a very sensual. Sometimes it can be understated depending on how it is in the perfume, but to me, you just cannot go wrong with Tuberose. So this, to me, you don't get as much of the orange blossom, because I have tried perfume with orange blossom. I personally, like, I would wear orange blossom, but I would not go crazy for orange blossom. Sometimes orange blossoms can be too much for me. It's something I will not immediately just start searching for in a perfume, but the orange blossom in this is not as much. This, you get more of the tuberose, you do get that bitter orange, and then as it starts to dry down, you get the sandalwood. It does get creamier and it does get sweet. Not too sweet, but it's very, I heard people say this like it's juicy. I do not consider this juicy. I feel like the tuberose completely takes over. The minute you spray, if you don't like tuberose, do not go close to this one, because to me, it's just a lot of tuberose. Well, because I like tuberose, I love it. I'll take it. But yes, I absolutely love this one. It's one of those perfumes that if I am going somewhere for, let's say, the weekend, and let's say for where I'm going, I want to make sure I smell feminine. That's the vibe I'm going for. Honestly, I'll just take this. As you can see, I have a little bit of a dent in it, but if you do like tuberose, this is definitely one you should check out. I feel like it's a good white floral, and if you can get it for half the price like I did, go ahead and do that, because once you get it half the price, it smells even better than if you'd gotten it full price. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I still have not gotten my nose on the Le Parfum or the original My Way, but from what I've heard, this is still the best. I would eventually probably get my nose on those and then do a comparison, but for right now, I absolutely love this one. If you do like white florals, I don't think I've ever worn this perfume without wearing a dress. It makes me want to put on a dress. It's something that I like about this. It just makes me want to explore that feminine side of me, and it's very heavy on the tuberose. I don't know how else to say it. If you don't like tuberose, don't go for it, but to me, it's still a very delicate type of tuberose, so to say, that I just appreciate. The floral perfume with tuberose that I really enjoy is Moon Carnival by Vilhelm Parfumerie. I've talked about this a little bit. I tried my way intense, so I already knew what to expect with tuberose, but let me go over the notes of this one for you. This has pink freesia, it has passion fruit, bergamot, tuberose, gardenia, orchid, vanilla, marshmallow, and tonka bean. So obviously with the marshmallow and vanilla together, you would expect this to be sweeter, and I was not expecting this to be a tuberose heavy scent because it doesn't just have tuberose. Unlike My Way Intense, it has pink freesia, it has passion fruit, and it has bergamot, which would give it that citrusy feel to it. So when I initially just checked the notes, I was expecting something citrusy. Like, I expected the bergamot to really shine through, so I expected it to be quite citrusy with just a hint of floral notes and maybe dry down a little bit sweet. So I was expecting a sweet citrusy scent, period. But as I initially tried this, honestly, the first time I tried this, I was like, it smells good, but I wasn't like impressed. I just thought, oh, it smells good. You know when a fragrance just like wows you and you're like, oh, you know, I did not get that from the first impression. But listen. So I had worn it, actually wore it towards the end of last summer. And I wore this, and let me tell you something, the sillage that this gives, everyone is out there asking you, what are you wearing? Like, what is that? It's a white floral that truly stands out. It has the same perfume note as other white florals, but it acts differently. It's like, if you cannot smell this when you spray it, step out, because everyone else is smelling it and everyone is talking about it. So when I had actually gone for the event and everybody kept telling me about my own perfume, I know for a fact when I wore it, I wasn't thinking, oh, my perfume this, my perfume that. So I just, I wore it again. I wanted to experience what they were experiencing, because how are you telling? I wanted to experience what they were experiencing. So I wore this again, and the second time I wore it, I just fell in love. Oh my gosh, that tuberose in this to me is more prominent than all the other floral notes. It's more prominent than gardenia, it's more prominent than the orchid. I feel like the freesia does give it a certain unique twist to it, and the bergamot and passion fruit also gives it this twist to it, but it doesn't get citrusy. So if you're looking at the notes and you're thinking, I don't want a citrus, it doesn't get that citrusy. I feel like you get the tonka bean and the marshmallow, so when it dries down sweet. So imagine a beautiful floral perfume that then dries down sweet to tonka bean and marshmallow. Like, that is just a masterpiece. So I feel like I could tell tales of perfumes I initially got and did not love, and I'm now absolutely obsessed with, because this is definitely one of them. I think if it's a more mature white floral compared to My Way Intense, and it's also a more unique take on white floral for me, I feel like this, I would not wear this every day. I would wear this for special events. I would put on my favorite sundress, going for like a event, a meeting, a get-together, brunch. Oh, I feel like this is perfect for brunch with the girls. And as the weather does get warmer, it performs even better. All of those, like the gardenia, the pink, the freesia in this, I think is what gives it that quality that is just magnificent. I love the freesia in this. So this is also another perfume that has tuberose that I am absolutely obsessed with. I don't know if you can see the dent. I wear this every chance I get, but I still try to keep it for special occasions, because, you know, yeah. So to the next perfume with tuberose in it that I absolutely adore. Final perfume that has tuberose that I would consider my floral that I absolutely enjoy is 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. If you watched my video, I'm gonna link it, my video where I talked about my favorite purchases of the year 2022. Yeah, year 2022, you would definitely see this there, because the number of times I keep recommending this to people, and it makes me so happy because every time I recommend this to people, they always come back and tell me, I am obsessed with that perfume. I love it so much, and nothing warms my heart better than when people come back to tell me I am obsessed. Like, are you joking? Okay. This has tuberose, it has peach, it has mandarin orange, it has gardenia, jasmine, orris, vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver. This to me is a peachy tuberose, sweet, creamy. I could go on and on and on about this. Like, this is the big bottle. Do you see? Do you see what I'm talking about? So yes, to me, I absolutely love 100 Silent Ways. I feel like it's a fruity tuberose for me. All the other tuberose that I've talked about, they're very delicate, white floral, you know, you're running through a flower bed. But this is the compliment getter tuberose for me. I feel like the peach in this with tuberose is magnificent. I always tell people, this perfume is great by itself, but you layer it. That's actually sound. But you just take this perfume and put it with another perfume. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That's the kind of expression you always get with this one. This is a great tuberose scent. It is for this one, you cannot just say tuberose, because while the tuberose is prominent, the peach in this is also quite prominent as well. So I would say if you're looking for a good peach scent and you love that feminine, sweet kind of perfume, this is a great one for you to check out. I absolutely love it because I feel like it's right on the edge between fruity and floral, and has both legs in both compartments, and beautiful blend, just beautiful. I cannot ask for a better peach perfume. Never mind, if there's another one, I'll take it. But I feel like this is a great one, and I talk about this enough that I'm not gonna bore you with it because I've talked about it before. But if you're looking for a great tuberose that is not too white floral-ish, or the tuberose is not overwhelming, this is a good one. And the peach in this, to me, I feel like is very unique, it's very distinct, and yeah, this is a great pretty girl scent. And to me, the sillage on this is absolutely amazing. So yeah,